Hi, everybody in Abnormal Psychology, Psych 266. Hopefully you've watched the video already that was specific. No, I'm sorry, general. This one is specific. The first one was all about online classes and, what's expected of you at the college level with regard to taking psychology courses online and the college in general, but this one is more specific. This is about Psych 266 and the fall semester with Dr. Scott Silberman. That's me. You can just call me Scott, though. We can be on a first name basis. So here is the front page of Canvas. We're going to go through this real quick, and then I'm going to show you specific pages. So if I go into Student View, this is what I see, by the way, when I log in. Let me click on Student View. This is what you will see. When you log on to Canvas, on the left-hand side, announcements is very important. Keep up with that. When I post something, I wouldn't post it for no reason. There's going to be something important in there. The modules. Every week you're going to have a new module. Let's just look at that right now. First one. Week 1, all you have to do is the introductory stuff. Pretend like we were in class together. I would have to tell you the first week what is expected of you, how the syllabus works, what's going to happen during the semester, all of that. So that's all you have to do the first week, and there is a quiz that must be completed before the end of the first week. And then we start with the reading packet. Very important that you get that from the bookstore as soon as possible, because you're going to need it. That's going to be for 3 consecutive weeks. Then you will have a quiz, 40 points, multiple choice and matching, over the reading packet, and then we start with the book for approximately the next 10 weeks. This is a 1-week late start class, so that's why it's a 15-week semester. And you will see there is a quiz, or we could call it exam, every few weeks until we get to the end. It's a little confusing at the end because you will have the exam that is over the last few chapters, but then a final exam. Don't freak out on me. That's not like it's going to be super long and difficult. You are going to be diagnosing people. So the last week of class, there's going to be 2 exams to do, a regular exam, but the final exam will not be multiple choice and matching. Number 6, it will be you diagnosing people, just like you do in the assignments every week. And there's a term paper due. We're going to talk about that too. That's all due by December 18th. You see the dates there? December 18th, December 18th, December 18th. By the end of the day, we will get to that. So you want to get the reading packet and eventually the book a few weeks later. So I feel like I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let's go back to the home page in Student View. That was modules. Every week there's stuff in the modules for you to do. Course syllabus, that can be found 2 places. This is called the concourse course syllabus, a little redundant. How to check your grades. If you want a video chat with me, you click there, we can arrange a time. And the Tutoring and Learning Center, if you want to access them, that would be right there. So 3 things to show you here. It's a good idea to read all of this, but this is important too. This document is a good place to start. Well, let's pull that up right now. Where is it? There it is. Some things for you to know. You ready? First of all, number 1, the first week you do need to do that syllabus quiz, so good thing you watched that first video and now you're watching this one. Number 2, you will notice that nearly everything, all of the modules except finals week, start at 8 a.m. on Monday and close at 10 p.m. on the following Sunday. Nearly a week long, a week minus a few hours. So you need to do all your work within that time. Late work cannot be accepted. Technology not working is not a good excuse. Do it early, just in case you don't have internet access, or your tablet dies, or your laptop died, you can't charge it. Don't let that happen. Make sure that you stay on top of all these things. All of the exams, number 3, will use the word unexpected as a password or access code. So you just log on from home or wherever you are and take the exams before they are due. When the module is open and it says exam, you will have slightly less than 1 week within the module, like usual, to get that done. Multiple choice and matching. They are time limited. You can only take them once, and they are an hour long. So you really have to know what you're doing. Obviously, if you're home and you're taking an exam, you could be looking things up, but you know what? That's not going to work very well when you only have an hour and the questions are mostly application in nature. It won't ask you for definitions that you could just look up. You're going to have to know your stuff pretty well. The last exam is also 60 minutes, but it will involve some writing. You diagnosing people, like you will do in each weekly assignment, and then you'll write some stuff about it. You'll see that when you get to the last week. So, otherwise, the exams, number 4, points out multiple choice and matching. Number 5, exams can only be submitted once. You only have an hour to take them. Same thing for the Canvas assignments and the assignments called So What Do You Think? Question mark. So let's talk about that real quick. The Canvas assignments, there will be 10 of them, once per week for 10 of the weeks. That doesn't start for a few weeks. And you will mostly, not always, but mostly, be diagnosing someone, and then, with a case study that I'm going to give you, and then you will talk about symptoms of it and answer related questions for 10 points, 10 different weeks, 100 points total. More simple than that, however, is during 10 weeks, you will have this "So what do you think?" assignment. If we were in class, that would be like attendance points, where I might ask you, why do people get mental illness? Is it because they were born with it, genetics, or is it something that was learned, or what? So it'll be a simple question like that where you can answer in just a couple of quick sentences. But the Canvas assignments where you're diagnosing people, you should use full paragraphs, like 4 sentences or more. Strategies for, the modules, we talked about that already. No late work is accepted, so make sure you're keeping up each week. Strategies for success. Watch the videos each chapter. Pay attention to the content of the chapter. Compare it to what's in the book or the reading packet the first few weeks of class. There's other information in those modules that you will find to be important as well, so just keep up with it. Number 3 here, things that Scott, that's me, your instructor, finds important: responsibility and self-advocating. You need to be responsible for getting all your work done, keeping up with everything, keeping in touch with me if you need everything, or anything, I should say. Be responsible for keeping your computer charged and making sure you get things done on time. Don't wait till the last minute. That is not recommended. Self-advocating, being responsible for asking for help, getting tutoring, going to the writing center or accessing them online, getting assistance with anything you need. There are so many ways that we can help you on campus, even if we're not on campus together. Course content. This is giving me a little blue line. It's probably supposed to look like that, huh? 1-week right here. 1 week late start class. So therefore, when we do get started, things will pick up pretty quickly. And you need to keep up with each module. Opens at 8 a.m. on Monday, closes the following Sunday at 10 p.m., slightly less than 1 week. During the semester, you will be responsible for 6 exams. The first 4 are 40 points each, and the last 2 are only 30 points. But they're all important. 10 Canvas assignments, where you will be writing paragraphs, 1 paragraph for each response, after you diagnose people. That's typically how they work. 10, so what do you think? quick response questions. That's why they're only 5 points each. A couple of sentences will do. And finally, you will be diagnosing someone for a paper. A real person, a movie character, a fictitious person. It's up to you. Some weeks, we will have an overlap. There'll be a Canvas assignment and a So What Do You Think? That's more toward the middle of the semester. We kind of start slow and end slow. We end on a slow note so that you can do your paper, but we start on a slow note because we're only using the reading packet at first. So this is kind of a lot to know, isn't it? A lot of things. So let me close this, and we will move on to the syllabus. We've covered a lot of this already, but I don't want to repeat myself too much. You can find this under Concourse Syllabus, or you can pull it up on the front page of Canvas as well. Meeting times, we don't meet in person. This is an online only class. There's how you get a hold of me. You can call me, text me, email me. Canvas messaging is very easy too. I respond to all of these things quickly. If it's something more of a personal nature, you might want to call me. If it's about class, you might want to Canvas message me. It's totally up to you. I will be here to help you. This is about what do we do in this psychology class? That's not a dumb question if you're interested in what is the class all about. General education outcomes, we do measure whether you learn or not. That's important, obviously. Materials, this is what you will need for this class. Abnormal Psychology reading packet, only available at the bookstore. Look at that, less than $6. That's pretty cool, huh? Used. I didn't know they sell them used. I would buy the new one. I've never seen used ones in there. I don't make money off of that. That's just the copying charge, photocopying charge, and that's it. DSM-5 made easy. You can find this other places. For example, you can go online. You could go to Barnes & Noble. It is a popular book, so it's not just available in our bookstore. So you are going to need that after a few weeks of class for sure. It does have the estimated new and used price. I think we offer it as a rental at our bookstore as well, or there's a very good chance you could find it online even cheaper. Look at this. These sentences kind of run together, don't they? Third-party learning tools, we use Canvas. You probably know that already, huh? You do need to have some computer skills to use Canvas. What do we do in the class? Well, we already went over this, didn't we? The major course content. That is what we will cover. Grading. There is everything that your grade will consist of. 400 points if you're doing the math and add it all up. A typical 90, 80, 70, 60 grading scale, A, B, C, D. Course policies. Attendance. You do need to make progress every week, and you do need to do the Canvas assignment syllabus quiz the first week. You need to make progress every week thereafter. That's how attendance is taken. Last day of class, December 18th, everything is due by 10 p.m. That's not my choice. That will be slightly less than a week for the last week of class, however. Conduct. I hope I don't have to tell you this, that you need to be polite to me and others and do your own work. There is a student handbook that can explain all that to you, but most people are pretty good with that. Institutional policies, academic honesty and not cheating, not being threatening or harassing toward other people. If you have a disability, we have a department for that, and I actually work there in addition to teaching. I know a lot about what goes on there. So let me know what I can do to help, or contact disability resources, even if something happens during the semester, a sickness, an injury, a pregnancy, there's all kinds of things they can help with. Even if you don't think you need them now, you never know. Appealing final grades, if you don't think you were treated fairly and graded fairly, you do have recourse by filing a grievance. I hope that doesn't happen. It rarely does. Student responsibilities, we talked about that already. If you want to withdraw from the class after week 2, you need me to give you a W. Just ask and I will do that. I sure hope that doesn't happen. I want you to finish the class and do well in it. You do get withdrawn for not paying. Look, it shows you each module starting the 31st, ending the 6th, so on and so forth, how this works. December 18th, that's the end of it. There's a COVID statement. We're working online this semester. We don't know when this is going to change or when it'll end. A tip for student success, or multiple tips, I should say. This is all the stuff that we went over already. It is included in your syllabus. Look at that. We have a learning center and a computer lab, tutoring and technology help if you need it. You can get Microsoft Office by following these links. We do have career and personal counseling, even if we're not meeting in person, online tutoring, student responsibility and academic integrity. We already talked about that. There is a writing center. There are so many ways that we can help you, whether we are online or on campus. There's lots of different things that we can do to make things better for you, to make your semester better, and yeah, even make your life better. Now, let's go back to this real quick. We're not going to go too much longer here in this video. I showed you this is a good place to start, information about the class and online format classes. The syllabus is here or here. You can click on it either way. The assignment, we're going to go over that in just a minute, the one and only paper for this class. And you've never been on Canvas before? Click here. I find that a little ironic that we're required to include that, because if you made it to this page, you've probably been on Canvas before, don't you think? You knew how to log on, but maybe you need a reminder. So click here for the paper. Let's look at that real quick. Ready? Don't do this yet. We haven't learned anything yet. By the end of the semester, you're going to do your own independent psychological evaluation. You want to do it on a real person and change that person's name just to keep it anonymous? You could do that. You want to do it on a movie or TV character with a psychological problem? You could do that too. You want to just make up a person? Well, you could do that also. Up to 30 points it's worth if you do it correctly. And it's pretty obvious. The person's background, DSM impressions, how do you diagnose the person? We're on the 5th edition of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual. DSM, that's what you'll be using. What are the symptoms the person had? What are 3 facts that you've learned? Follow that instruction completely. What can be done to help the person? What's the likely outcome if they do or do not get help? It's that easy. So I don't think you'll find that to be difficult. If you like this stuff, diagnosing people, you might actually enjoy it. Imagine that. So let's finish where we started with the modules. Look at this. By September 6th, you do need to do that quiz, and hopefully you've watched both videos by then. Then each week, there will be modules, things for you to learn. That will include videos that go right along with the chapters and other things that are important and relevant. I don't want to brag, but I've worked hard on putting those modules together, so I hope you find them meaningful. And then you will see, look at this, right away when we start the modules, there's a "so what do you think" question, but no Canvas assignment. Remember, those are longer. Same thing with the next couple of weeks. And then you have a quiz over the whole reading packet. But look, after a while, you do have one of those Canvas assignments and a "so what do you think" question as well. That will go on for several weeks. And it kind of tails off toward the end. And the last week of class, like we said, what you have is the quiz over the last few chapters of the book, the final exam quiz, which means you're going to be diagnosing people and submitting it for me to grade, and your paper, where you will be diagnosing people. So, hopefully you found this interesting and relevant, and hopefully you are ready to have a great semester and do everything that you need to do to be successful in this class. And if there's anything at all that I can do to help, contact me anytime. Oh, by the way, let me give you an answer to one of the test questions already before you have to look it up. Canvas does not do well with dot pages. Similar to rich text format on a Windows computer, do not use that. Either type your answers or use, Google Slides or Microsoft Word, but dot pages does not work. There's a free answer to the first quiz. So keep in touch with me. Let me know what I can do to help. I'm happy to assist you in any way possible, and we have other services on campus that will do the same. That's it for now. Take care.